Yeah, that's fine. You can do anything. So there it goes. It started. We have started. Welcome. It's
Oi.
Yeah, that guy right there.
Can't
That's
see
Jared.
him.
That's Josh. This is Andrew over here, and I'm Steve, Dr. Cady, Professor Cady, or Hey You. And welcome to Management 305. So, here's a scoop. This is a first very rough attempt at what was called a vlog, which is a video introduction to the class. And I'm just going to say a few things. These guys are going to say something, and it's kind of a practice. And if we don't get around to doing a more fancy one, then this might be the official one. You guys ready for that?
Sure.
All right. Very good. All right. So, a couple things. One is the video introduction is a small part of the class, but I think it's an important beginning point, and I think it's going to help us all get connected. And I think it's the future of how we do online learning. So, therefore, I think it's important. Essentially, for your assignment, if you look down, you'll see below this a thing that says video response. And if you'll do the following, create a video, click on video response down there. It's actually over there. If you click on that, you will be able to upload your video response to this and then give your introduction to the class. Now here's a couple things. In the syllabus, it tells you briefly how to do that. And essentially, I'm looking over here and I'm looking. Okay, so a couple things. One, when you look, I found a guy on YouTube. There's a link in the syllabus for you to learn from him. And also, there's a person that I actually posted her V response because she watched it, learned how to do it, and in one day did hers. And she did a couple of creative things. And so my hope is that you will kind of give your introduction by talking about what matters to you, following that all the way through to your experience, your goals for the class, and something unique about you. And that's what I hope you'll do. But when you think about the actual class and completing all the assignments and so forth, the way the class is designed is you've got modules that you can read online. There are no books. You have it all online. And then that flows in taking quizzes on each module, and you have a window of about 3 days in which to take your quizzes. That flows into a bi-weekly discussion, A and B, and yes, he is scratching his head. You have A and B on discussion, and that's kind of in the syllabus too in terms of how we can communicate with each other. And the intention is for week A to be something that you respond to and post for the class to read. And then B in the discussion, the second week, is for us to converse with each other. And then from there, we've got the assignments, 5 critical assignments. And each of the assignments are intended to help you, when you're done with them, be more ready for your career path, the next step you're going to take, and in a way that you would not be prepared if you had not taken this class or done the assignments. So that's the intention. These 3 guys are interns, and we're working this summer on a variety of things, including the next iteration on the class. We're working on a few other cool things that I'll probably share over the course of the summer with you. And so we've got a lot of cool creative stuff that we're doing. They're all VCT majors, and they have different skill sets. So I've got like my own mini version of the early days of Microsoft here. It's a lot of fun, so I'm really glad that they're working with me. I asked them just to real briefly share with you, and if you all can, you can chime in any way you want. If you think about the assignments, what would be some tips that you all would give in regard to the assignments? Everything from maybe, and I'd be curious what you got out of the assignments. Maybe might be one thing to ask, and then there might be some tips. So why don't we do that? What would be some of the things you got out of the assignments?
Me, I got a lot out of the assignments. I learned a lot about where I want to go with my life, and what I want to do with it, like how to even open up networking for me even more. Because I had to go after certain individuals. Yeah,
and that was assignment number 3, which is it's really important that you get the person that you're going to interview scheduled the first week of the class, because you don't want to wait.
It takes time to get a hold of big CEOs and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're in your position you want to go after.
Yeah, that's a good point. What about you?
I learned mostly about planning my assignments. since they took so long.
To plan.
Yes,
Yeah.
to plan ahead of time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like, what was your takeaway? Like at the end of the semester, did you have anything that the assignments helped you with? At the end?
Yes, they help me think about things that I normally wouldn't think about on a daily basis.
Like,
Life, my direction, my goals,
right,
inspiration.
uh-huh.
I mean, those things that sit in your head, you know what they are as a person, but to actually take those things
Right,
and to write them down
right.
helped me a lot.
Yeah.
To
That's cool.
pinpoint and find more about who I am.
Yeah, that's cool. And a lot of people do say that in the discussion board. How about you?
Yeah. For me, I think it allowed me to look at myself almost in the third person, like you're saying, and it let me see my full potential and what I could be and what I could live up to.
Interesting.
And it gives me almost a goal.
Okay.
to hold.
So that was your takeaway. So would you say it was worthwhile? Honestly, even though we're all going to be around each other all summer, would you say yes, it was worthwhile, or
Totally.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yes,
Totally.
I totally got like so much out of it.
Okay, and that's good. And that's my email. I don't have to worry about that. So what's a tip? What's one tip for getting the assignments done? One of them we said was make sure that you do the assignment 3. Look at it and make sure you have someone scheduled early, because it's a great opportunity, which I'll explain more later. But I think assignment 3 is great. What else?
I would say time management is key. Getting your assignments planned them ahead of time, making sure you get everything organized, time management, organization.
Right, and that plan for every assignment you have to do a plan beforehand, post that, do this assignment, and then do a reflections, which will make sense. But essentially these 3 things, and the plan, the number 1 step, really does help you, I think, get your time managed well, and kind of forces you to use good time management.
And you need to follow it too.
Follow it.
What do you mean, Sam? What do you mean?
A lot of times, a group would create a plan, and we wouldn't follow it at all. It was just a plan that was created.
So don't create this plan just for a class assignment.
Right.
Actually create it to actually help you get the assignment done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one thing that we learned probably by the 3rd assignment, and it was too late then,
Yeah, so you want to use it to really help you. What's another tip?
I would say there's a lot of stuff that Steve puts on the web, and you might think that it's a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be read or watched, but everything is there for a reason. There's a lot of really awesome information, whether it's on the test or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that you could pull something out of for your life, really.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, and that's kind of why I did it like I did with the non-booked approach and snippets and stuff, because I wanted it to be cool stuff that you could use later.
absolutely.
The other thing that's key is on the assignments, the modules are intended to help you get the assignments done. So if you're reading the assignment wondering how to get it done, you need to make sure you're reading the modules that are attached to and surrounding that particular assignment as you're going forward, because they will help you figure out exactly how to finish them and complete them. I think that's key as well. What's that? 10-minute time limit?
On YouTube.
Oh, 10-minute time limit on YouTube. So we're at about 8:23. Anything else?
I'd say be creative with stuff.
Yeah.
You can't
Be creative.
Be creative. It's always key.
Imagination. Use that.
Steve is a sucker for creativity.
Yes.
So, if you want some points.
Yeah, I am. I do. I love to see you break out of the mold, try
Out of
new
the box.
things, do stuff. And then the other thing is don't do creativity and then skip on content or do crappy content.
Yeah.
And don't do it sloppy. So be creative, be professional and really tight and clean, and make sure it's done well. And make sure your content really represents you.
Yes.
And don't copy anybody else's work, because I will find out.
And who wants to do that anyways?
Well, about 5 or 6 students last semester.
Yeah, one of them in my group.
Yeah, and they did. And so people will copy from other people. So anyway, so what's one word to describe the assignments to you? What would you say? One word.
Challenging.
Go. Challenging.
Makes you think.
Makes you think. I don't know. He's not sure. And I will say, how about introspective? Makes you look at yourself.
That's
That's it. And I'm looking forward to talking with you all and more. So I don't know if this is going to be the actual official one, because we want to be more creative, but it's at least a beginning. Bye.
Yeah.